Hello friends, R.P. Srivastav here with an interesting topic in economics, that is Euler's product exhaustion theorem. It is also called adding up problem or Euler's theorem or the product exhaustion theorem. Under the topic factor pricing, we have to study all these things. This theorem states that under perfectly competitive condition and in the long run, the total physical product will be exactly sufficient to pay each inputs its marginal product. That is, the total product will be exhausted among its factors of production according to mathematical law. So, the marginal productivity theory of distribution states that each factor of production is paid remuneration equal to its marginal product, and accordingly the total product be just exhausted without leaving any surplus or deficit. This problem is also called the adding up problem. In 18th century, mathematician from Switzerland, that is Leonhard Euler, framed the Euler's theorem, and Wicksteed in his book The Coordination of the Laws of Distribution proved that payment as per their marginal productivity to each factor of production exhausts the total product completely. So, this is the essence of this theorem, that is product exhaustion theorem. In this slide, I will discuss Euler's proposition and what Euler has to illustrate about his proposition, that is known as Euler's theorem. According to Euler, if a function is linearly homogeneous, then one of its important point will be that its value can always be written as a sum of terms, each of these being the product of one of the first partial derivatives, that is marginal productivity, and the corresponding independent variable, that is factor of production. The relationship holds true for any value of independent variable. Suppose A, B, C are factors of production, land, labor and capital respectively, and P is their total production. Then in mathematical way we can say that if P, that is total product, is the function and also the linear homogeneous function of A, B, C, that is land, labor and capital, and then the equation will be as according, that total product will be equal to A multiplied by partial derivative of total product in respect of land plus B multiplied by partial derivative of total product in respect of labor plus C multiplied by partial derivative of total product with respect to capital, and so on, where A is land and dou P by dou A, or sometimes also called delta P plus delta A, is representing marginal productivity of land, dou P by dou B representing marginal productivity of labor, and dou P by dou C representing marginal productivity of capital. So, total product will be equal to its marginal productivity multiplied by the factor of production itself, and if we sum up all these value, we find the value of total product. This theorem, that is product exhaustion theorem or Euler's theorem or adding up problem concept, is based upon some of the assumptions. The assumptions are: first, it assumes linear homogeneous function, so there is constant return to a scale. It means it always thinks that the production function will be linear homogeneous always, and so the concept of constant return will be applicable there. Second assumption of this proposition, that is, factors of production are completely divisible. Third, factors are complementary. That is, if one variable factor increases, it increases marginal productivity of constant factor. Next, respective part of factor remains constant and free from the level of production. Second, next, economy is risk-free and static, where there is no profit. And last, there is perfect competition, and it applies in long run only. This slide, I will discuss its solution that was firstly given by Professor Wicksteed using the Euler's proposition. So, Professor Wicksteed firstly posed this problem of product exhaustion and furnished its solution applying the mathematical proposition known as the Euler's theorem. He proved that the total product will be just exhausted if all the factors of production are paid according to their marginal product. And this solution is based on the assumption that production function is homogeneous and adheres the constant return to a scale. So these are the very important point to remember here, that Wicksteed's solution is based upon the assumption that there will always be the linear homogeneous function type production function, and constant return to a scale will apply there. Wicksteed's solution was criticized by economists like Walras, Edgeworth, and Pareto. These writers say that production function is not homogeneous of the first degree, that is, returns to a scale are not constant in the actual world. The critics have pointed out that the production function is such that it yields U-shaped long-run average cost curve. This implies that increasing returns to a scale occur up to a point, and then there are diminishing returns to a scale. If a firm is operating under increasing returns to a scale, then payment to factors of production according to their marginal product would make the total factor rewards greater than the total product. And if, on the other hand, the firm is working under diminishing returns to a scale and all factors are paid equal to their marginal product, the total factor rewards would not only exhaust the total product, and there will be a surplus. It pointed out, therefore, that Euler's theorem does not apply and the adding up problem does not hold good either when there are increasing return to a scale or decreasing returns to a scale. If summarily we can say, in case of increasing return, total output will be less than total factor payment, and in case of decreasing return, total output will be more than total factor payments. So here Euler's theorem does not apply and adding a problem does not hold good either when there are increasing return to a scale or decreasing returns to a scale. Wicksteed's solution in this way was criticized, and it was said by the critics that the total production function is such that it yields a U-shaped long run average cost curve, and having the situation where the total product curve is U-shaped, we have to think or brood over about this, that what will be the situation in this case where the adding up problem or the product exhaustion theorem will be applicable. Now in this slide, I will put my conclusion regarding this topic. Economists like Wicksell and Walras advanced more satisfactory solution after Wicksteed to the problem that marginally determined rewards would just exhaust the total product. They pointed out that in the long run, under perfect competition, the firm is in equilibrium, and the minimum point of the long run average cost curve is where the returns to scale are momentarily constant, that is, constant within the range of a small variation of output. Thus, it was pointed out here that the condition required for the marginally determined rewards to exhaust the total product, that is, the operation of constant returns to a scale, was fulfills at the minimum point of the long run average cost curve, where a firm operating under perfect competition is in long run equilibrium. Hence, in case of perfectly long run equilibrium, the marginally determined rewards of the factors would exactly exhaust the total product. And having all this discussion, two solutions of the problem of product exhaustion emerge. That is Wicksteed's solution, and second, the solution by Wicksell and Walras. Wicksteed's solution, which assumes the operation of the constant return to scale, and the solution by Wicksell and Walras, which assumes that the firms operated at the lowest point of the long run average cost curve. And in this way, if we compare the Wicksteed solution and the solution given by Wicksell and Walras, we find that the second solution is near to reality or the general condition prevailing. So, this is all about product exhaustion theorem. For now, thanks.